All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. Originally, I wasn't going to have games tonight, but I didn't have to do the ball game tonight. I will be off tomorrow, though. So we'll continue with our NFL sim season, Week 11. We'll have the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. We'll kick off our doubleheader tonight, and then we'll have the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers after that. All right, Buffalo comes in at 6-4. They're currently in third place in the AFC East, behind both the Jets and the Dolphins. And Baltimore bringing up the rear in the AFC East with a 3-7 record. Evil Dead is 95-59 on the season. He's already given me his picks. Evil Dead is taking the Bills in this one, and Evil Dead is taking Green Bay in the next game. We'll find out who our other panel of experts will pick when they get here. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Baltimore, Maryland for this one. Bills-Ravens here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. It's the Bills and the Ravens. Welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports, the Ravens and the Bills. Jax is here. Viking is here. Viking, Jax, I need a pick on this game. Buffalo at 6-4, the Ravens at 3-7. Jax is going with the Bills. Let me find his card. It's in here somewhere. There it is. There's the kickoff. We're underway, live from Baltimore, from the 2-yard line. Alden McGinnis on the return, and McGinnis brings it out to the 28-yard line. Viking Skywalker taking the Bills. Gotcha, Viking. Or Viking Skywalker's got the Ravens, I'm sorry. Starting quarterback for Buffalo is Mason Cross, the third-year quarterback out of Vanderbilt. The first half of our doubleheader, we'll have the Packers and the Panthers after this. We'll head down to Charlotte for that one. Evil Dead is taking the Bills, Jax is taking the Bills, and Viking is taking the Ravens. Hopefully Waldo will show up. 1st and 10 for Buffalo at their own 28-yard line, just underway. Bills come out 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross hands off to Franklin, and Mark Franklin to the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard. Let's take a look at the Buffalo offense. Up front for the Bills, McCoy, Bernard, Walker, Walter, and Haynes. And then it's McGinnis, Cooley, Franklin, Scott, and Collins. Coming into this week, Miami was 8-2, the Jets were 7-3, and the Bills were 6-4. That's what the AFC East looks like coming into this week. The Jets have won already. They won yesterday over the Patriots. 2nd and 10, Cross throws, caught by David Scott. And Scott out to the 34-yard line. David Scott, the 9th-year tight end out of Texas. Viking Skywalker taking Misty's purple team on this one. That was a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 34-yard line for Buffalo, trying to avoid going 3 and out. Cross in the shotgun. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Cross looking. Cross throws down the middle. It's almost picked off Aaron Westbrook got his hands on it. A linebacker. Should have picked it off, did not. Fourth-year linebacker out of Florida. Buffalo goes 3 and out. Buffalo, last week, losing to the Chiefs. They dropped to 6-4, trying to bounce back. And Buffalo has a big game against the Jets next week in Buffalo. Buffalo still has a game left with the Jets and the Dolphins. Back to punt, Cedric Gibbons gets the punt away on 4th down. From the 20-yard line, Maurice Taylor gets tackled at the 22, and that's where the Ravens will set up shop, their first possession of the game. Their starting quarterback, Key Harris, in his 4th year at Grambling State. Harris led the Ravens to a Super Bowl championship 2 seasons ago when they beat the Rams in Super Bowl 34. That was a close game, if you remember. It was 16-13. Ravens won that game. Buffalo went 3 and out. This will be Baltimore's opening drive. On a bright, sunny, but cool afternoon in Baltimore. Misty's for the purple team. That's what Viking Skywalker said. She's taking your team. 1st and 10. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And Marks makes his way out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6. And make it a gain of 7 to be 2nd and 3. Aaron Catledge comes up and makes the tackle. The 4th-year defensive back out of Navy. I wasn't originally supposed to be on tonight, but I didn't have to work the ball game tonight. I'll be working the ball game tomorrow night, though, so I'll still be off tomorrow. Evil Dead, he texted me earlier with his picks, but he doesn't have internet yet at his house. He can watch on his phone, though. On 2nd and 3, Harris fakes the handoff, throws near side, out of bounds. He was looking for DeMarcus Dixon. Incomplete. Stud Loverboy's in the house. Here's the Ravens offense up front. Diggs, Glass, Douglas, Young, and Arianis. And then it's Burns, Clark, Mark, Siegel, and Dixon. Got a full house tonight of all our regulars and irregulars. Our regular irregulars. Or our irregular regulars. 3rd and 3 for the Ravens, trying to avoid going 3 and out like the Bills did. Harris in the shotgun. 3rd and 3. Harris looking, throws near side, and caught by Jason Siegel, the tight end, out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 15. Classic dad jokes, that's right. Yeah, I'm getting up there. My birthday's Saturday. I won't be on tomorrow, and I won't be on Saturday. After today, we'll be on Sunday. Classic dad joke. Our irregular regulars or regular irregulars. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Ravens get the game's first down. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And Marks crosses midfield to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. Woody Marks, the 2nd-year back out of USC. And now the Ravens are in Buffalo territory. Stud Lover Boys going for the Bills in this one. As are Jackson Evil Dead. Viking Skywalker and Misty going for the Ravens. 2nd and 1. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks around the outside. Gets the first down. Out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 10. Finally tackled on the sideline by LaDainian Crawford, the former Jet, number 57. A linebacker in his 5th year out of Penn State. Misty picked the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. Okay. Everyone's getting on the Misty bandwagon tonight. That's right, Misty said. 1st and 10. Ravens at the Bill 38-yard line. Everybody in tight. Harris in the shotgun. Hands off to Deion Clark this time. And Clark picks up 2 to the 36-yard line. Let's take a look at the Buffalo defense. They play a 4-3. Seals, Cousins, McAllister, and Evans up front. The linebackers, Roberts, Henderson, and Crawford. And the secondary, Kellogg, Waters, Carillon, and Catledge. It be 2nd and 8 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 36-yard line. They're going with the guru. They're going with the Ravens. That's right. In the I formation on 2nd and 8. Harris under center. Harris to Clark. And Deion Clark to the 33. A gain of 3. Clark, the 4th-year back out of East Carolina. John Henderson on the tackle. The 9th-year linebacker out of Penn State. 3rd and 5 for Baltimore now. On the edge of field goal range. They have it at the Buffalo 33-yard line. They spread the receivers out. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking. Harris throws near side. Caught by Dixon. Down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 6, and that'll be a Baltimore first down. The underdogs have been killing it lately. Except for the Jets last night. But the Jets had a hard time with the Patriots. They only won 28-21. And the Jets actually trailed at one point in that game last night. They came back to win. First and 10, Ravens at the Buffalo 27-yard line. Baltimore comes out in the offset eye. Harris hands off to Marks. And Marks will get hit for a loss of a yard. Coming up on the tackle, James Waters, the rookie defensive back out of Akron. It'll be 2nd and 11. I'm Jimmy Jam. I'm with Viking Skywalker. Got Jax here. Evil Dead. He's given his pick. Waiting for Waldo to show up. And Stud Lover Boy is here. Misty's here. On 2nd and 11. Harris under center. Harris pump fakes. Hands off to Marks up the middle. And Marks picks up 2 to the 26. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Tay Cousins on the tackle. The 6th-year defensive tackle out of Florida State. Big 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Down to 2:50 left in the first quarter. No score. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Harris throws. Caught by Clark. Down the sideline. Deion Clark picks up the first down to the 14. And gain of 12. First down, Baltimore. I have no idea who Gracie's rooting for.
Yes.
She's washing dishes and listening to K-pop right now.
No.
All right, Misty's going to ask her.
Who's playing?
Buffalo and Baltimore. Now, don't coach her. I want to know who she picked. Misty will probably say, root for the Ravens. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Buffalo and Baltimore. Harris draws back on first down, throws down the middle, incomplete. Nobody home. It'll be 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 2:11 left in the first quarter. Ravens have worked it all the way down to the Buffalo 14-yard line. The Bills went 3 and out. Buffalo really needs to win this game to keep pace with the Jets and Dolphins in the AFC East. In the offset eye, Harris under center. Hands off to Clark to the 11-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 to be 3rd and 7. Roberts on the tackle, number 53, Oscar Roberts, 2nd-year linebacker out of Penn State. Misty says Gracie has no interest.
No, it's not answering.
Oh, I thought you said no interest. 3rd and 7 from the 11. Harris looking. Harris rolls out. And Harris throws. Caught by Taylor. Touchdown. Baltimore. Maurice Taylor. An 11-yard touchdown catch. The 7th-year wide receiver out of Oregon State. And the Ravens, on their opening drive, march down the field and get a touchdown. To answer your question, Stud Lover Boy, on Friday nights, I'm in the studio. I do the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows. I also do what's called the Friday Night Finals, where we go around the state of Tennessee and report all the final scores and stuff. That's what I do on Friday nights. Rob Belton for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Ravens lead it 7-0. 1:33 left to play. Here in the first quarter, live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. Now, if one of our broadcasters can't make it or do the game, now all of our sports broadcasters have day jobs. They just work part-time with the station. But if any of them can't make it, then I fill in on site. And when it comes baseball and softball season, I do all those games, as they tend to be earlier in the day, and our regular guys can't do it. Justice will kick off for the Ravens. From the 3-yard line, Kellogg on the return over the 25. And Zach Kellogg, the fifth-year defensive back at Arizona State, brings it out to the 29-yard line. First down, Buffalo. Now, next week, next Thursday, they're not playing high school games on Halloween because the families don't like that. So our games next week are on Thursday. And next Thursday, I might have to fill in. So I may be actually on site doing the game next week. There was, I think it was 3 seasons ago, our main guy on the Smith County games had surgery, and I did like half the season before he came back. 1st and 10, cross to Franklin, up the middle, and Franklin to the 33-yard line, gain of 4. Let's take a look at the Ravens defense. They play a 3-4. Kane, Owens, and Riddick up front. Linebackers, Thompson, Westbrook, Hall, and Jeffries. And the secondary, Ellington, Nelson, Young, and Smith. A gain of 4 yards for the Bills. Be 2nd and 6 at their own 33-yard line, trailing 7-0. 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Live from Crab Cake City, Baltimore, Maryland. Cross under center. Collins in motion. Cross looking. Throws. Caught by Collins. Out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3. Isaac Collins, the rookie out of Virginia. Madden 20 was the last Madden where they did the starting lineups like that. I don't know why they got rid of it. I like knowing who's playing.
Me too.
Madden 20 is not a bad game, but they took the refs out for 20. And there's no hurry-up offense in 20. Barely one. 3rd and 3 from the 36-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross drops back. Throws down the middle and caught, but he's going to be shy of the marker. Alden McGinnis on the catch. Actually, I think he dropped it. Actually, it was Mark Franklin. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and Buffalo's going to have to punt. 26 seconds left. Yeah, he dropped it. There was so many players in the area, I didn't see it. Cole Nelson, the 8th-year safety out of Miami, knocks the ball away. And Buffalo will have to punt once again. Cedric Givens gets the punt away. And from the 17, Maurice Taylor brings it out to the 19-yard line. And with 19 seconds left in the first quarter, that's where Baltimore will have it, 1st and 10. Key Harris comes back out. Madden 19 is just a more pleasant experience. It really is. I know I'm kind of biased, but it really is. In my eyes, anyway. This might be the last play of the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 19. Harris in the shotgun.
Here we go. 3-19.
Harris takes the handoff. Harris rolls out. He's going to throw deep and caught by Lawrence Burns out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 28 yards. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Ravens up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Baltimore, Maryland, M&T Bank Stadium. Waldo's here, taking the Ravens. Ravens lead the Bills 7-0 as we start the second quarter. Everybody's jumping on that Misty Bang wagon. Jackson, Evil Dead, the only two going for Buffalo. Waldo, Viking Skywalker, Stud, and Misty all rooting for the Ravens. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Harris under center.
Here we go. Green 39.
Harris looking, throws, caught by Jason Siegel out to the 47, a gain of 6. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 as the Ravens get into Buffalo territory. This is a game the Bills can ill afford to lose. It would put them 2 behind the Jets and 3 behind the Dolphins. With 5 games to go? They lose this. 2nd and 4 from the 47-yard line. Harris in the gun. Harris back. Throws near side. Caught by Deion Clark down the sideline. And Clark to the 40. A gain of 7. And that'll be a Baltimore first down. I'm thinking that these two teams played earlier in the season. Let me check just to make sure. No, it's still the gold standard in my eyes. Let's see. I'm trying to see if these two teams have played already. They're in the same division. My divisions are different, obviously. 1st and 10 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 40, 4 wide. Harris under center. Harris to Marks around the outside. And Marks tackled by a trio of Bills at the 41-yard line, a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Now, Madden 18 is a solid game, too, now. And I still have a copy of it. However, the big difference is Madden 18 does not let you edit the skin color, the faces, the hair of the players like 19 does. That's the reason I use 19. That's really the only difference between 18 and 19. 2nd and 11 from the 41-yard line. Harris under center.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Harris looking, throws, caught by Siegel down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 7. Make it a gain, gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 4. Jason Siegel, the former Raider, the 13th year tight end out of Tulsa. Still looking at the schedule here. As has Buffalo and the Ravens played each other this season. Or might not have. 3rd and 4. No, I don't play 23 at all. That game is crap. Harris looking. Harris throws near side. Caught by Siegel. Out to the 29-yard line. Picks up the first down. A gain of 5. And that'll be a Ravens first down. Well, they have not played each other. This is the first meeting of the season. All right, so when do they play again? These two teams will play in Buffalo the final week of the season. That game crashed my console. You're not the only one who said that. There was reports, a lot of reports when that game came out, that it was crashing consoles. 1st and 10 for the Ravens now. They come out in the I formation. Harris to Marks. And Marks makes his way out to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4. We bring up 2nd and 6. .5:15 and counting. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun, 2nd and 6. Harris hands off to Clark. And Deion Clark bouncing around. Gets out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. The last sim season I did with 18 was sim season 25. And that's when the Rams beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl. We're using pretty much 19 ever since. 3rd and 4 from the 23-yard line. Harris looking. Harris throws outside, caught by Lawrence Burns. Out to the 16-yard line, a gain of 7. And that'll be another Baltimore first down. This is a long drive for the Ravens. Lawrence Burns in his 8th year out of Oregon State. Making a nice form tackle there. Number 25, John Peoples, in his 5th year out of USC. First and 10 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 16. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Harris steps up, throws, dumps it off to Clark, and Deion Clark waltzes into the end zone. Easy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown catch by Deion Clark in his 3rd year out of East Carolina. And the Ravens, who are 3-7, lead the 6-4 Bills 13-0 with the extra point coming. It's been all Ravens here in the first quarter. Second quarter, excuse me. In the first half. Rob Belton for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. Ravens up 14-0. 4 minutes exactly left to play here in the first half. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 11 here at Gem Sports. We have an upset brewing. An upset that would really hurt Buffalo. Oh, that was a crappy game. What was supposed to be Madden 14, you mean? Madden 12 was the last great Madden for the PS3. It's because the other ones are better. There's the kickoff. No, it's not against you. From the 3-yard line, McGinnis over the 25-30. Alden McGinnis out to the 30-yard line. And that's where Buffalo will have it, 1st and 10. McGinnis in his 5th year out of Southern Miss. 11 was good. 12 was a little bit better. Who do they play next week? Let's find out. Baltimore will play at New England, and Buffalo will host the Jets. If Buffalo were to win this game, that would make that game against the Jets more meaningful. 1st and 10 Buffalo from their own 30, down 14-0. Mason Cross under center in the offset eye. Hands off to Franklin around the outside. Mark Franklin turns upfield. Franklin down the sideline. Crossing midfield. 23 yards out to the 47-yard line. He got some great blocking around the right side, and he was gone for 23 yards and a Buffalo first down. Mark Franklin, the 8th-year running back out of Vanderbilt. Franklin is 3rd place all time when it comes to single-game rushing records in my sim season history, with 272. 1 yard behind Lambos at 273 for the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 47. Cross rolls out, and he got hit as he threw, incomplete. 05 was a good game. 06 was good too. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bills at the Raven 47-yard line. Cross under center on 2nd down. Cross to Franklin. And Franklin inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Let's see. Eddie George was on 2001. Marshall Faulk was on 2002. He was on 2003. I can't. Misty was. Under 3 minutes left in the half. 3rd and 1 for the Bills at the Raven 38-yard line. Cross looking, throws, caught by Scott. Down to the 29-yard line. The big tight end, a 9-yard gain. And that'll be a Buffalo first down. Let's see, I know that Michael Vick was on 04. Ray Lewis was on 05. Donovan McNabb, I believe, was on 06. And then they start losing. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line, 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Cross fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws deep, caught by Collins. Isaac Collins down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 22 yards. The rookie out of Virginia. And that'll be a first down. I think you're right. I think it was Kurt Warner. Now, there was one Madden that had 2 players on it. Palamato and the Cardinal receiver, what's his name? I forget what Madden that was. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Here in the first half, Ravens lead it 14-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. 2 minutes left in the first half. Ravens over the Bills, 14-0. Buffalo trying to get on the scoreboard before halftime. Yeah, Troy and Larry Fitzgerald, that's right. That was Madden 10, you're right. Wasn't Drew Brees on 11? And 12, the running back from the Browns, I forget his name. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, crossing the gun.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Cross, drops back, looking, throws to the end zone, incomplete. A flag is down. They're going to call interference on the Ravens, I think. Nope, holding on the Bills. I thought they should have called pass interference.
Still first down.
All right, that'll back up the Bills. It'll be 1st and goal back at the 17-yard line. Number 61, Brady Walter, the right guard, the guilty party. 1:56 left. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. Ravens up 14-0. Bills trying to score. 1st and goal from the 17. Cross in the gun. Cross, looking. Cross goes outside, caught by Franklin. He's met immediately and taken down at the 14-yard line, a gain of 3. What's it? Oh, what she said? Ravens. Even Gracie taking the Ravens. Okay. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Bills at the 14-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle, Kerry Starnes, the former Giant, the former Lion, the 11th year safety out of LSU. Alvin Johnson, 13. That's the downfall of Madden Ultimate Team. 2nd and goal for the Bills at the 14-yard line. Franklin in motion. Empty backfield now. Cross, looking. Cross throws down the middle. Caught by McGinnis. Down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 8. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Yep, Sean Alexander was on that one. Alden McGinnis, the 5th-year receiver out of Southern Miss. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie. See, say hi. You're not going to say hi. We have a timeout taken by Buffalo. 3rd and goal from the 6. Gracie got embarrassed last night. The mic was open during the college game. And everybody heard her laughing. And now she says, I'm not talking anymore. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. See, they're all saying hi. They're waiting for you to say hi. Just say hi.
Hi.
There you go. See how hard was that? 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Mike. Yeah, he's the one that put it out. I'm glad you did. I didn't mean for the mic to be on. We went back and listened to it after the fact. You could hear me pretty well. You really couldn't hear what Gracie was saying other than her laughing. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Cross, high snap. Hands off to Franklin up the middle. And Franklin to the 1. A gain of 5. A timeout taken. This time by Baltimore. As they want to conserve time. They want to get the ball back. It'll be 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bills are going to have to settle for a field goal. I'd be tempted to go for it here. I wonder if Buffalo will rethink this. Let's see if they go for it. I mean, you're coming up on halftime. Why not? Nope, they're going to kick the field goal. This will be Shane Van Auken from 18 yards to get the Bills on the board. The rookie out of Indiana. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. So the Bills are on the scoreboard, but the Ravens still lead it 14-3 with 54 seconds left here in the first half. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland, Week 11, here at Jammin' Sports. We'll head down to Charlotte after this one. It'll be the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers finally won their first game last week. They're 1-8. If the Panthers lose, they will be eliminated from the playoffs. And Green Bay currently in a tie for first in the NFC Central with Tampa Bay. So a big game for the Packers, not so much for the Panthers. And now Van Auken will kick off for Buffalo. From the 3-yard line, Taylor on the return over the 20, 25. Race Taylor out to the 26-yard line. First down, Ravens. 51 seconds left until halftime. The Ravens still have 2 timeouts. They might be able to get another score before halftime. Key Harris comes out to lead the offense. 4th-year quarterback at a Grambling State. Where the great Eddie Robinson was head coach for the longest time. I think Robinson still holds the NCAA record for most wins by a coach, if I'm not mistaken. 5 wide, Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. He coached over 40 years. Harris drops back. Harris looking, steps up, throws, gets it out to Burns. And Lawrence Burns out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 6. And the Ravens take a timeout. With 45 seconds left until halftime. It'll be 2nd and 4. We'll still have a triple header for you on Sunday. It's just now the lineup will be different. I'll go over that in a second. Got Green Bay at Carolina up next. Then I'll tell you the 3 games on Sunday after this play. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Ravens at their own 32-yard line. They come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Throws, caught by Siegel. Oh, he dropped it. Broken up. Breaking up the pass. James Carillon, the rookie defensive back out of Florida. All right, Sunday at 6. It'll be Arizona at New Orleans, Cleveland at Pittsburgh, and Atlanta at Cincinnati. That's our lineup on Sunday. 3rd and 4. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Harris throws deep, caught by Siegel across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. Aaron Catledge on the tackle. That's the first down for Baltimore. Clock is running. Ravens only have 1 timeout left. Tackle made by number 21, James Waters again. See if the Ravens go to the hurry-up. Well, I'm surprised they're not. 22 seconds. Now they call a timeout, their final timeout, with 21 seconds left here in the first half. Let's see what the Ravens can do with 21 seconds. They have time. They can kind of throw it down the middle, get up there and spike it. They're not in field goal range yet. Ravens up 14-3 in the waning seconds of the first half. On a sunny but cool day here in Baltimore. We're in week 11. That's the second weekend of November on the schedule, if you're wondering. The Thanksgiving week is week 13, if you're wondering. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Harris in the gun. 4 wide. Harris looking. Throws. Caught by Siegel. And Siegel down to the 44-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. And the Ravens, they're just going to let the clock run out. And that will take us to halftime. Halftime score, Baltimore 14, Buffalo 3. Here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. The 6-4 Bills, the 3-7 Ravens. Ravens surprisingly up 14-3 as we get set to start the second half. And Baltimore will receive the second half kickoff. Buffalo got the opening kickoff and went 3 and out. On this Thursday night, great to have you along. Kicking off will be Shane Van Auken for Buffalo, the rookie. Baltimore can make this a 3-possession game if they get a touchdown on this drive. There's the kick. From the 3, Clark on the return over the 20, 25, and Deion Clark out to the 29-yard line. First down, Ravens. Key Harris comes back out. 4th-year quarterback out of Grambling State. Let's see what Baltimore can do on this drive. Ravens at 3-7. They are still mathematically alive in the playoff picture, but they need to keep winning. First and 10. Baltimore at their own 29-yard line. In the offset eye, Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks loses a yard back to the 28-yard line, pulling him down. Number 95, Devin Freeman, the 3rd-year defensive end out of Nebraska. It'll be 2nd and 11. Jax is here, Viking Skywalker is here, Stud is here, and Waldo's here. Misty's here as well on this Thursday. 2nd and 11 for Baltimore. 4 receivers set wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looks downfield. Throws down the near side. Caught by Taylor. No. Incomplete. Race Taylor couldn't hold on. Broken up by Aaron Catledge, the defensive back. It'll be 3rd and 11 at the 28-yard line. That's what Buffalo needs. They need to force a 3-and-out by the Ravens and get the ball back. Ravens up 14-3 here in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the near side. Harris in the shotgun, 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Harris fakes the handoff, looks downfield, rolls out, throws deep. Caught by Dixon. DeMarcus Dixon out to the 49-yard line of Buffalo. A gain of 23 yards. First down, Ravens. DeMarcus Dixon, the 6th-year receiver out of Air Force. The Air Force Falcon. And that'll be a Baltimore Raven first down into Buffalo territory. Ravens up 14-3, trying to score the upset here. This would be a pretty significant upset. Ravens come out in the offset eye. Harris under center.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Harris drops back. Harris throws, caught by Burns. Lawrence Burns, 5 yards out to the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5. 6:40 and counting here in the third quarter. Ravens at the Buffalo 44-yard line. They come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Harris back, throws, and Siegel couldn't hold on. Zach Kellogg got his hands in there, broke up the pass. The defensive back, the former Chief. Now a Bill. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 44-yard line. Zach Kellogg spent 4 years with Kansas City. Now he's in his first season with Buffalo. 3rd and 5 for the Ravens. At the Buffalo 44-yard line, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking. Harris steps up. Throws outside. Caught by Deion Clark on the sideline. Out to the 41. That's just a 3-yard gain. He's going to be short in the first down. It'll be 4th and 2. Decision time. Do you try a 58-yard field goal or do you punt? In this situation, I would punt. Pin the Bills deep. And they're going to punt. Dave Justice back to punt. Gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline, and it goes out of bounds in the end zone. Touchback. And Buffalo will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 6:07 left here in the third quarter. So the Bills get a stop on defense. They're still down by 11. Let's see if they can get back in this game. Their quarterback, Mason Cross, comes back out. 3rd-year quarterback out of Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, which is right down the road from where I live, here in Nashville. 1st and 10. Cross in the shotgun. Cross makes the handoff. Throws down the middle and caught by Isaac Collins out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 17. That'll be a first down for the Bills. Collins, the rookie receiver out of Virginia Cavalier. Tackle made by number 23, Darius Smith, in his 6th year out of Wisconsin. Clock is moving. 5:46 and counting here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Buffalo at their own 37-yard line. Cross under center. Cross back. Looking, throws. Dumps it off to Franklin. Picks up 4 out to the 41-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. 5:22. They stop at 5:22 and counting. There you go. 2nd and 6 for Buffalo at their own 41. Down by 11. Bills come out, 4 wide. Cross under center this time. Single back. Cross to Franklin. And Franklin gets outside. Mark Franklin across midfield. Down the sideline. He may go. Touchdown. No, he's down at the 2-yard line. That'll be let's do the math. Had it gone all the way, it would have been 59. It's a 57-yard run for Mark Franklin all the way down to the 2-yard line. Finally making the tackle, saving the touchdown. It was number 25, Isaac Young, the safety. 1st and goal, Bills from the 2-yard line. Cross in the shotgun. Cross to Walls. Walls gets nailed in the backfield. Jared Walls, the 2nd-year back out of Tennessee. And making the hit, number 92, Kevin Riddick, the 10th-year defensive end out of Dayton. That's a loss of yardage. It's a loss of 4 yards back to the 6. It's always been hard to run on the Raven defense. Second and goal from the 6. 4 wide for the Bills. Cross under center.
Now let's go.
Cross looking. Cross in trouble. Cross manages to throw it away, avoiding the sack. I don't know how he did that, but he did. And that'll bring up third and goal from the 6-yard line. He was surrounded by Ravens, and they couldn't get him down. Manages to get the ball off. 4:03 left in the third quarter. Buffalo really needs a touchdown here. On third and goal from the 6. Cross in the shotgun.
Blue landed. Blue landed.
Cross looking. Cross still looking. Throws back to the end zone. Incomplete. His receiver, Isaac Collins, was out of bounds. It'll be fourth and goal. I don't think either foot was in bounds, to be honest with you. Let's see what Buffalo does here. If they kick a field goal, it makes it a one-possession game. Shane Van Auken. This will be from 23 yards. Snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So the Bills pulled to within 8. 14-6. It's a one-possession game. 3:55 left here in the third quarter. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. We're in the double-digit weeks. That means the playoffs are around the corner. It's a 17-week season. Every team plays 16 games in 17 weeks. Every team has a bye. This week, 4 teams are off. And those 4 teams are the Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs. They're all off this week. Van Auken will kick off. From the goal line, Deion Clark over the 10, 15, 20. And Clark out to the 25-yard line. And that's where the Ravens will have it, first and 10. 3:51 left to play here in the third quarter. I'm just curious who's off next week in week 12. Who has byes in week 12? Giants, Cowboys, Redskins, and Eagles have byes. Your Bucks play later this week at Seattle. Probably get to that game Monday or Tuesday of next week. First and 10, Ravens. At their own 25, up 14-6. Harris under center.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Harris hands off to Woody Marks, gets nailed for no gain. Tay Cousins up the middle, making the tackle. It'll be second and 10. 3:40 in counting. Here in the third quarter. We have the Packers and the Panthers up next. We'll head down to Charlotte. See if the Panthers can make it 2 in a row. Second and 10 from the 25. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back, sets up a screen pass to Clark down the sideline. Deion Clark picks up the first down out to the 37, a gain of 12. Clark's filled in pretty good for Woody Marks. It's kind of running back by committee for the Ravens. They have Woody Marks and Deion Clark, both quality backs. First down, Baltimore, up 14-6. I don't know if Evil Dead's watching on his phone or not. He's still settling into his new home. I saw on the map where he lives. It's right on the eastern edge of Pennsylvania at the New Jersey border. First and 10, Harris looking. Harris throws deep down the sideline, caught by Dixon. All the way down to the 35-yard line. It's a 28-yard gain to DeMarcus Dixon to the Buffalo 35. Gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 3:04 left in the third quarter. Buffalo having themselves a collapse. Buffalo led the division early in the season. But Buffalo, they've lost, let's see how many games. They've lost 4 games overall, I know that. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Harris to Marks. And Marks tries to get outside, picks up 2 to the 33-yard line. See, Buffalo's lost that game. I'm trying to see how many games. Okay, the last two, they're 1-1. The last 3 games, Buffalo is 1-2. The last 4 games, Buffalo is 1-3. Last 5 games, Buffalo's on a 1-3 streak at the moment. 2nd and 9, Marks up the middle, and Woody Marks down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 will be 3rd and 3. I'm looking at the schedule here. So yeah, Buffalo on a 1-3 streak right now. That means they were 5-1 at one point, and they lost 3 of the last 4. 3rd and 3 from the 27-yard line. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Harris looking. Harris throws, and incomplete. Looking for Dixon. Broken up by Zach Kellogg, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the Ravens can make it a 2-possession lead here. They'd be up by 11 if they kick the field goal. .154 left in the third. Rob Belton, the 8th-year kicker out of Wisconsin, will come on. This will be a 44-yard field goal attempt. Put the Ravens back up by 11. Snap, kick is up. And that kick is no good. He missed it. Off to the right. Remains a 14-6 ball game. Keeps the door open for Buffalo. 1:50 left here in the third quarter. We're at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 11 right here in Jammin' Sports. This stadium and Camden Yards, where the Orioles play, share the same parking lot. I don't know if you've ever been to downtown Baltimore, but the stadiums are right next to each other. Collectively, they're called the Camden Yards Complex. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. They'll have it at their own 34-yard line. 4 wide for the Bills. Harris in the shotgun. Not Harris. This is Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking, throws, and Ellington picks it up for Baltimore. Vince Ellington at the 48-yard line picks it up. The 7th-year defensive back out of Indiana. The former Dolphin. One play for the Bills, and they throw a pick. They were looking for the tight end, David Scott, and Ellington stepped in front and picked it up. And now the Ravens can really start pulling away if they were to score again. In fact, the Ravens can make this a 3-score game if they score a touchdown. Up 14-6. Vikings, Skywalker, and Waldo looking like geniuses tonight, picking the Ravens. Along with Stud and Misty and Gracie. 1st and 10, Baltimore at the Buffalo 48-yard line. In the I formation, Harris under center. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. Bouncing off Bills down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 6 will be 2nd and 4. He's not sick. Come in. 2nd and 4 from the 42-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Clark. And Deion Clark right up the middle. And Clark getting spun around and taken down at the 29-yard line. A gain of 13. First down, Baltimore. Ravens on the move, trying to make it a 3-score game. Baltimore has dominated this game, surprisingly. The Bills have more to gain to win this game than the Ravens do. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Baltimore at the Buffalo 29. Ravens come out, everybody in tight. Harris under center. Chapman in motion, the tight end. Harris drops back. Harris throws near side. Caught by Chapman on the sideline. Good for a yard out to the 28-yard line. Make it a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. That's Denard Chapman, the third-year tight end out of Brown University. Where's Brown University located? Anybody know? It's an Ivy League school. No, it's not California. It's in Rhode Island. 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line in the I formation. Harris to Marks. And Marks to the 28, back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Leon Seals on the tackle for the Bills. Actually, Tay Cousins, I'm sorry, on the tackle. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Ravens. We have the Packers and the Panthers after this. We'll head down to Charlotte for them. Will they get the playoff in time? Third quarter winding down. 3rd and 9 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 28-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks downfield. And he's going to get sacked and fumbled. Back at the 35. At the end of 3. Ravens up 14-6. Here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We go to the 4th quarter. Ravens up 14-6 on Buffalo. The Bills at 6-4. The Ravens at 3-7. Buffalo has lost 3 of the last 4. It's about to be 4 of the last 5 if they don't do something. Will Baltimore try a field goal? They will. From 52 yards, Rob Belton. It'll put the Ravens back up by 11. The kick is up, and the kick is good. He nailed it. A 2-possession lead now for the Ravens, up 17-6, with 7:56 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Well, Buffalo, they've got their work cut out for them. They got to score twice, and one of them has to be a touchdown. And they do need a 2-point conversion on the way. Dave Justice, the punter, will kick off for Baltimore. And there's the kick. From the 2-yard line, McGinnis over the 15, 20. And Alden McGinnis still on his feet. Brings it out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Buffalo will have it, 1st and 10. 7:51 left. Well, Mason Cross will come back out to lead the offense. If the Bills lose, they're going to be 6-5. The Ravens are going to be 4-7. It'll keep Baltimore's slim playoff hopes alive. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. 4 wide for the Bills. Cross in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Cross drops back, throws near side, caught by Crawford. No, he dropped it. Tyson Crawford couldn't hold on. Broken up by Ben Owens, the defensive tackle in his 9th year out of Ohio State. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bills at their own 28-yard line. And a major upset brewing here. 4 wide, Cross in the shotgun, 2nd and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
Cross drops back. Cross throws near side, caught by McGinnis. Out to the 43, a gain of 15. And that'll be a Buffalo first down. Alden McGinnis in his 5th year out of Southern Miss. First down Buffalo. That'll stop the clock with 7:43 left. He got tackled out of bounds. Bills come out on first down. 4 wide, but in tight. Cross in the gun.
Here we go. Blue landed.
Cross drops back. Cross looking, throws outside, caught by Franklin out to the 45, a gain of 2. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8. We'll stop the clock for now with 7:29 left. Buffalo needs to score twice. They'll set the ball, and I believe they'll start the clock again. Yep. On 2nd and 8 from the 45. Cross in the shotgun. Sigel back.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green
Franklin
39.
in motion. Cross drops back. Throws, and it's knocked down. It's tipped by number 23. That's Darius Smith, the defensive back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. They were looking for Isaac Collins across the middle. Incomplete. And now it's 3rd down for the Bills. A big 3rd down at their own 45-yard line. Four receivers set wide, crossing the shotgun on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Cross drops back. Cross looking, throws, and caught by Collins. No, he can't hold on. Broken up by Darius Smith again. Smith is everywhere today. It'll be 4th down. Again, they were looking for Isaac Collins, incomplete. And now, this Buffalo really has to go for it. They're down by 11. Here we go. 4th and 8 from their own 45. They've got to convert. 3 wide to the near side, crossing the shotgun on 4th down. Cross fakes the handoff, throws, and it's nearly picked off, broken up by Isaac Young, the 6th-year safety out of West Virginia. And that'll be a turnover on downs, and Baltimore will take over. At the Buffalo 45-yard line, up by 11. And now the Ravens can put this one away. Especially if they get a touchdown here. 7:05 left in the 4th. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Buffalo 45. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back. Harris looking. Throws outside. Caught by Sigel. Turns upfield. Jason Sigel down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 12 and a Baltimore 1st down. And the Ravens can eat up more time. They're currently up 17-6. Ravens have held the Bills without a touchdown today. Clock is moving. 6:45. 1st and 10 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 33-yard line. Ravens come out in the eye. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks around the near side, and Marks fumbles. And who recovers? Buffalo does. Marks coughed it up. Aaron Catledge recovers the loose football. Who made the hit? Let's take a look. Marks around the outside. Got nailed. Absolutely nailed by Roberts. Oscar Roberts, the linebacker. Now, was he down? No, that ball's out. New life for the Bills. Still down by 11, 17-6. And the Buffalo offense will come back out. $6:29 left to play. We're in the 4th quarter. Ravens up by 11, 17-6. We have Green Bay and Carolina up next. Buffalo comes out. 4 wide, but in tight.
Here we go now.
Cross in the shotgun.
Blue 90.
Cross drops back. Cross throws and caught by Crawford. Tyson Crawford out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 7. Crawford in his 3rd year out of Penn State. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. Darius Smith on the tackle for Baltimore. 6:13 and counting. Ravens up 11. Buffalo comes out. Cross in the shotgun, 2nd and 3. Cross back to throw. Throws across the middle to Crawford. Holds on at the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. 1st down Buffalo. Clock is moving though. 5:50 and counting. Buffalo really needs to start throwing it downfield. The Ravens are going to let Buffalo have all this underneath stuff. It eats up time. 5:45. First and 10, Buffalo at their own 40. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. First and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
Cross drops back. Cross throws down the near sideline. He's got a man. Crawford down the sideline. All the way down to the 13-yard line. A 47-yard catch by Tyson Crawford down to the Raven 13-yard line. That's what Buffalo needed. A pass downfield. Vince Ellington caught up to him and made the tackle. A touchdown-saving tackle by Ellington. Heads up play by him. .526 and counting. Do we have an injury timeout? We might have. Let's stop the clock. Yeah, we did. I didn't see who got shaken up, but somebody did. It'll be first and 10 for the Bills at the Baltimore 13-yard line. Down by 11. 5:26 to play. The Bills really need to convert this for a touchdown. If they get a touchdown, you know they go for 2. 4 wide, crossing the gun.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Cross drops back. Cross looking. Throws. Caught by Scott. And David Scott down to the 4-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. Make it a gain of 8. Be second and 2. David Scott, the 9th-year tight end out of Texas. Coming up to make the tackle was Deshaun Edwards, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Louisiana Tech. Second and 2 from the 4-yard line. Down to 5 minutes left. Cross in the gun. Empty backfield. Cross. Cross. Needs to get rid of it. Throws, and it's nearly picked off by Ellington again. Knocks it down. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 4-yard line. On 3rd down. 4 wide for Buffalo. Cross in the shotgun on 3rd down. Cross looking. Cross throws. Caught by Scott underneath. Down to the 2. A gain of 2. It'll be a first down for the Bills. 4:40 and counting. Buffalo needs to punch this in as quickly as they can. They're down by 11. Mark Young on the tackle. Or Isaac Young, I'm sorry, the safety. On the tackle for the Ravens. First and goal from the 2-yard line. Buffalo comes out. 2 receivers to the near side. Cross in the gun. Franklin in motion. Empty backfield now. Cross takes the snap. Throws to the end zone. Caught by Crawford. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 2-yard touchdown catch by Tyson Crawford. 3rd-year receiver out of Penn State. And it's now 17-12. Buffalo will go for 2. Try to make it a 3-point game if they can. So the Buffalo offense finally wakes up to get a drive downfield for a touchdown. Shane Van Auken, no, they're going to go for 2. They'll go for 2. 4 wide, single back, cross in the gun. 2-point try. Cross looking, throws, caught by Cash. The 2-point conversion is good. Nelson Cash, the 4th-year tight end out of UCLA. And it's now 17-14. With 4:13 left, the Ravens up. Buffalo has pulled to within 3. Plenty of time for them to get a stop and get the ball back. Evil Dead and Jacks have Buffalo in this one. Shane Van Auken will kick off for Buffalo. And the Bills get a stop, or will the Ravens hold on to it and squeak out a win? There's the kick by Van Auken. From the 2 yards deep, Taylor over the 15-20. And Maurice Taylor out to the 34 or 24-yard line. And that's where the Ravens will have it, 1st and 10. 4:10 remaining. Key Harris will come back out. His numbers on the day. Decent numbers. First and 10 for Baltimore. At their own 24. 4:10 left. And the Bills get a stop. Ravens come out. Harris under center on 1st down. Harris, Marks, and Marks goes nowhere. Buffalo's defense is right there, a gain of a yard. John Henderson on the tackle, the linebacker. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 25-yard line. 3:52 would count. On 2nd and 9, Ravens come out. Harris in the gun. Harris drops back, sets up a screen pass to Clark down the sideline, and Deion Clark to the 29, a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down right here for Baltimore. Up by 3 with 3.5 minutes left. 3rd and 5 from their own 29. Buffalo looking to get a stop here. Ravens come out, 3 receivers to the far side. Harris in the shotgun. 3rd and 5. Harris drops back. Harris throws and caught by Jason Siegel out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 19 yards and a Baltimore 1st down. That was huge. And now the Ravens can eat up more time. Up 17-14. Coming up to make the tackle, number 26, James Carillon, the rookie out of Florida, the defensive back. 1st and 10 for Baltimore at their own 48. 2:34 and counting. Harris in the gun. Harris hands off to Marks up the middle, and Marks, another 1st down, all the way down to the Buffalo 33-yard line. Another 19-yard gain. James Walters, the defensive back, came up, made the tackle. That's another Baltimore 1st down. And the Ravens may let this tick down to the 2-minute warning. Packers-Panthers up next. We'll be in Charlotte for that one. They'll probably let it tick down to the 2-minute warning, I would assume. And they do. 2 minutes left. Ravens up 17-14. Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, the final 2 minutes of regulation. Ravens holding on to a 17-14 lead on the Bills. Ravens have it, 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 33-yard line. Trying to put this one away. They can do so with a touchdown. Buffalo desperately looking for a turnover here. A field goal keeps it a 1-possession game. 1st and 10, Harris under center. Harris to Marks up the middle, and Woody Marks picks up another 1st down. 11 yards to the 22-yard line. Buffalo takes a timeout. With 1:54 left, Buffalo still has 2 timeouts remaining. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Buffalo 22-yard line. Well, I had a big crowd when I started. Everyone's left. Got a few people still here. I would venture to guess Viking is still here. Nobody has texted since the first half. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Harris under center. Yep, I knew it. Harris to Marks. And Marks to the 20-yard line, a gain of 2. Buffalo takes another timeout. It'll be 2nd and 8. I've noticed that Viking Skywalker hangs around. The other guys, they come and go. Viking is pretty stable, though. I appreciate that. 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line. Just things I notice. Vikings a lot like Evil Dead. They stick around. Buffalo down to their final timeout. Ravens trying to put this away. If they can force a Buffalo timeout here, they can run the clock down. In the I formation, Harris to Marks. And Marks is going to be taken down at the 17. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 5. Down to the Buffalo 17-yard line. It'd be a 34-yard field goal. What Buffalo needs to do is not let the Ravens get a first down. Let them kick the field goal. It'll keep it a one-possession game. But you cannot give up a first down here. Just thinking out loud, the options for Buffalo. If the Ravens get a first down, they can run out the clock. They wouldn't even need to score again. 3rd and 5. Ravens come out in the offset eye. Harris under center. Harris to Marks. And Marks picks up the first down. And a lot more. He gets the touchdown. A 17-yard touchdown run by Woody Marks. And the Ravens go up 23-14. They're back up by 11. They're back up by 9, excuse me. And they can make it a 10-point game. They've made it a 2-possession game now. And the Bills are out of timeouts. There you go, Viking. Your Ravens are going to win this. And Viking Skywalker, he's on a roll now. He's going to be 34-28. I think you've gotten like 4 in a row now, Viking. Waldo's going to be 17-17. He's at 500. The extra point by Rob Belton. Kick is up, and it's good. Ravens up by 10. With 1:40 left. Jax is going to be 26-24. And Evil Dead is going to drop to 95-60. You got this game wrong. Evil Dead has taken the Packers for the next game. $140 left. Ravens up by 10. Buffalo's going to drop to 6-5. The Ravens going to be 4-7. Ravens keep their very slim playoff hopes alive. They're still mathematically in it. They're not eliminated yet. There's the kickoff. From the 5, McGinnis over the 15, 20, 25, and McGinnis out to the 31-yard line. So far, only one team has been eliminated from the playoffs, and that's the Broncos. Denver is mathematically out. If the Panthers lose to Green Bay, they will be mathematically eliminated. Updating the standings, Buffalo's going to be 6-5, and the Ravens are going to be 4-7. I won't put down the final score until the final gun. Buffalo could score again here. You never know. 1st and 10 from their own 31. Cross in the gun. Cross looking. Throws downfield. Caught by David Scott. 19 yards out to the 50-yard line. Buffalo in the hurry-up. From midfield. 4 wide. Cross in the gun. Cross back. Looking. He's got all day. He's going to throw it deep. Caught on the sideline by Scott. Down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 35. And he gets out of bounds. Hold the phones. This one might not be over yet. I may have updated the standings too soon. We'll see what happens. Buffalo, the late rally here. They have it 1st and 10 at the Raven 15-yard line. Ravens up by 10 with 1:15 left. Bills come out, 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Cross in the shotgun. Cross. Draw play to Franklin. And Mark Franklin down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 6. They got to hurry up. We're down to a minute 4. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Cross, back to throw. Cross throws inside to McGinnis. He can't hold on. That was broken up by Aaron Westbrook. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for Buffalo at the Raven 9. That's going to stop the clock with 58 seconds left. This one not over yet. Third down. Raven 9. Cross in the shotgun. Cross draws back. Throws, and they were looking for Crawford. It was knocked away at the last second. Trying to see who that was. That was Darius Smith. He's been everywhere. It'll be 4th down. 54 seconds left. Nice play by Smith. Buffalo will kick the field goal. It'll make it a 1-possession game. They need a field goal anyway. So this will be from 26 yards. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. So it's 24-17 now. Now Buffalo, they need to recover the onside kick. If the Ravens recover this, it's game over. As Buffalo has no timeouts, and the Ravens can just run out the clock. Our game coming up, Green Bay 6-3, Carolina 1-8. All right, Buffalo's going to line up for the onside kick. Shane Van Auken, the rookie out of Indiana. Can Buffalo recover this? Going to be fielded by Preston at the 43-yard line. That's Walker Preston, the rookie out of Syracuse. It'll be Baltimore ball. 2 more snaps, and this one's over. And the Bills have now lost 4 of the last 5. They dropped to 6-5. The Ravens will increase the record to 4-7. Green Bay, Carolina up next. I wonder who Viking Skywalker is going to take on this one. I'm looking at the cards here. Viking Skywalker, this will be his 4th in a row he's gotten right. Ravens come out. Harris in the victory formation takes a knee. They'll have to do that one more time. And then we'll head to Charlotte. Never the Packers. Oh, so Viking. All right, he's going to go with the upset. We'll put Viking down for the Panthers. In the victory formation, this will be the last snap of the game. They take a knee, and that will do it. As the final seconds will tick away, your final score will be Baltimore 24, Buffalo 17. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Green Bay, Carolina up next.